Let's talk about back button focus in this video, and I'll give you an alternative viewpoint to the popular opinion that it is very useful. This pretty much applies to any type of camera, not just an SLR. It also applies to things like mirrorless cameras. You'll see that you have AF on buttons on most cameras. If you don't have that button, you'll have an AEL button, exposure lock button, which you can usually program to do the same thing. The concept behind it is pretty simple. You unlink the autofocus from the half press on the shutter button. You'll have a setting in camera for this, but I'm showing it to you on a Nikon. So now the focus will only happen when I press the AF on button. And that means to say whenever you press the shutter fully, it will take a picture regardless of if it is in focus or not. The next thing to do is you set it to continuous autofocus. If you want to lock the focus, you release the button. If you want to have continuous focus, you just press the button. And of course, you can also do things like manual focus. So once it's set up, you don't have to change between single and continuous focus. Everything sounds great, but there is a fairly significant drawback, at least for me. And the problem is that when you are pressing that button, you can't change the focus point. Some people say back button focus is great for SLRs in particular. Personally think it's actually not that good for my type of shooting. Typically taking action or sports photos, and of course I want continuous autofocus. I'm switching between horizontal and vertical compositions. I'm changing my focus points on the fly as I need to whilst I am focusing, and you can't do that when you are using back button focus. Now some people would say it doesn't matter so much because you have newer cameras with eye detect focus or focus tracking. And that's completely true. With the newer mirrorless cameras, you have that, but you don't always get the subject that you want with the automatic selection. And sometimes you'll need to intervene manually. Regarding the high number of focus points on cameras, you can simply go into the menus and reduce the focus points if you want to. Also true for mirrorless cameras that have many more focus points, including towards the edge of the frame. You do have options for groups of focus points. My solution to back button focus is to reverse it. I leave the focusing on the half press with the shutter. What I've done on this camera is set the AEL button to focus lock. You can decide if you want to lock the exposure as well. Same procedure for the mirrorless camera. I've set the AF on button to focus hold. As I said earlier, 95% of the pictures I take are of people moving, so why would I want to have my thumb stuck on the back of a button most of the time? For the small percentage of shots that I take with people that aren't moving, all I do is hit the focus hold button if I need to, and that will lock the focus. It's a much simpler and more straightforward approach to take, in my opinion. Of course, opinions do vary on this. It can be quite a contentious subject. Probably a bit overhyped by many, isn't quite the miracle game changer that some people make it out to be. Do give both of them a good try and see which one is working for you. By all means, feel free to share any of your opinions or thoughts on this. Thanks for watching the video, and I look forward to seeing you in some future ones.